cold out here. आज बहुत ठंडा हो गया मौसम.
The mode of survival is either fight or flight. That means if a situation happens in front of you, either you can fight the situation or run away from the situation. So today, this is something that I witnessed with my kids. As I'm getting into a classroom session today, due to various cultural programs, my yoga hall was booked and I was not able to take them there. So I thought, okay, it's good. But the problem always is that whenever we have a classroom session, the level of commotion is always too high because classroom is small compared to a yoga hall. So the problem that a teacher faces in a small area compared to what we face in a larger area is really high. That is my experience at least. Especially in terms of yoga, that's what I can feel. When individual yoga mats are laid, they can just come and sit down. But when people are too closely packed, there is room for a lot of problem. One such problem was another kid, a small girl. She took the rubber and claims that it is hers. So the fight begins. So initially there was a slight argument which raised into a huge fight. As I just entered, I saw this boy fighting for that rubber. So I called him. I said, what happened? Why are you doing this to her? Then he says, no, she has taken my rubber and he is very rightfully angry. That means there is no remorse about anything that he is doing wrong. And I told him, okay, we will settle this down. First, you please settle down. I have just come in. Let everyone settle down and we will start with the invocation and we will settle your reservation. He heard me and he went again, he started fighting. Again I called him, I said, please don't do this. I'm telling you, just wait, let's solve this in the most civilized manner. No, again he went. This time, the third time when he went, he had a pencil. Now he doesn't want to go near her, so he just threw the pencil at her. But unfortunately, that pencil went and fell on her neighbor who's sitting right next to her on her forehead. And she saw that I saw her. So she's very calm. So I really appreciated her on that particular note. And I really have to remove him out of that situation. And then the class began, trying to enlighten them with this whole flight and flight response. And these are the two responses of animal, being animal. If you are in a forest, these are the two things that you can do when faced a situation. But now, the very purpose of coming to the school is that you become more civilized and ready for the society. That you are not an animal living in the streets. You are ready for the society in a more civilized way, in a more dignified way. And this is the prime reason for schooling. With the necessary knowledge and discipline, one can be a tremendous force in the society. Now, this whole world is a society. The level of population we have, there is no forest to show your fight and flight response anymore. Everywhere you turn, it is society. And giving them this insight, I asked him one question. Did you try to tell that it's your rubber to her? He said, yeah, he took my rubber. She took my rubber, so it is mine. I asked him, how do you know it's yours? He says, there's a mark, it's mine. I have made a nail mark in it. So did you say this to her? He says, no. Why? She took my rubber, so why will I talk to her? I want my rubber back. So, telling him about, if he would have told the girl in a more civilized manner, that see, this is the mark. Still, if she doesn't hear, then the next step should be coming to a teacher and resolving it. Anger is never a solution. This is the addressing that is needed, I believe, for that kid. And he started reflecting within himself. So every question I'm asking, I could see the remorse in his face. And I also ensured that this can be a situation for anyone tomorrow. How are you going to handle the situation? Are you going to bring anger out as a first reaction, or are you going to respond in a more civilized manner? So, saying this, now the thing is how to be civilized. The very reason that we are teaching all this meditation and yoga practices is to see how we can come out from our compulsion nature and to become more conscious towards what we are doing. So every day spending some time, taking a pause from our regular life, sitting and spending some time. Possibly if you have initiated yourself into any meditation, that would be the fantastic thing. Or simply sitting and noticing what is happening, reflecting how you are. Are you better than yesterday? This retrospection will definitely make one to move forward. Or the most sophisticated way would be getting tools of transformation and making use of them in day-to-day basis, every day. And these tools for transformation is what I am providing in my school. And here I am witnessing this situation, agony and anger. So dealing this right at that hot situation, it was a very satisfying moment for me, because everything that I know, only when the situation comes in front of me, whatever that I know can come out and make things better. As a teacher, at that moment I felt I did something in a more civilized manner to that kid. And the kid, I have to really follow up, but I believe that this is a step forward in the direction of his well-being and for everyone's well-being. So this was a wonderful moment today. An explosion, but under control. See you all again in another interesting video with another wonderful experience. Namaskar.
You're joining today? Oh, fantastic.